we had to cancel 3 consecutive Minuteman assemblies on the border with as many as 2,000 volunteers because all our money was going to legal fees because of infighting. I'm going to give you the names of 3 organizations that my organization is at war with, and that we consider these people frauds, and they're on our side of the argument and the debate. But their participation in this movement is anathema to any respectable solution. They don't move the movement like you do under his leadership. You're doing it in a perfect way. You're moving the law. You're doing it in a peaceful way. And you're not fighting among yourselves. Number 1 death threat to the Minuteman Project was William Gein from Alipac, who sent Brooke Young, an employee of his, out to live in North Hollywood, who spent 18 months, 24/7, building a website for the sole purpose of bringing the Minuteman Project down. On that website, I had to sue him to shut down the website. I was, a murderer, a pedophile, a gay, a lover, with Stephen Eichler. I beat my wife. I was an alcoholic. I had a history of drug use. Nothing about being a decorated Marine, son of a bitch. And William Gein from Alipac. Now, I am glad I've got the upper ground here because the Minuteman Project is coming back. Now that all this court crap is done, 4.5 years of court to make you just as angry, Terry. Thanks for bearing with me. San Diego Minutemen under Jeff Schwelk. 20 years in the Marine Corps. Personally has insulted me, a wounded Vietnam veteran, 4 of my Vietnam veteran buddies from the 101st Airborne, 2 others from the 9th Marine Regiment that I was with. All of these guys shot up pretty badly, one lost an eye, calling us all kinds of derogatory names that he could think of, posting us on the website, on his website. He also set up a website called JimGilchristFraud.com. If you go there, you will see the most horrendous propaganda crap about me you've ever seen. Now bear in mind, this is somebody who allegedly is so strong in this issue. A retired Marine who is also apparently a supremacist, and I don't know what his issue is with me other than he started the attack when I endorsed Huckabee. Mike Huckabee was the only presidential candidate to come out and sign our 125-page document. He was the only one. Tancredo wouldn't sign it. Hunter wouldn't sign it. Mike Huckabee signed it. And that was part of the 120-day deportation plan that he broadcast on Fox News. He was not afraid to talk about it. I met him face-to-face before we endorsed him. And because of that endorsement, Gein and Schwelk got together and they decided they were going to bring down the Minuteman Project. All the resources that they devoted for the last 4 years was to destroy anybody that interfered with them. If it wasn't me, they would do the same to you. And the third organization is Barbara Coe's California Coalition for Immigration Reform. She was one of those persons who was on my advisory board who participated in this fraudulent board meeting to remove me because obviously I had embezzled almost $1 million. And this was all, can I talk like a Marine for a minute? It's all freaking bullshit. And that's why I'm so mad. And that's where, let's see, $1.5 million for 4 years, that's $6 million. $750,000 in legal fees, that's close to $7 million. There went your $10,000 to $30,000. And if anybody was going to get any money as a donee from the Minuteman Project, it would be Rhode Island. I'm one of you. I just happen to live in California. So the lesson here, students, is if you're going to bitch slap somebody, don't expect them not to bitch slap you back. And what that means is that the movement will end up with the participants fighting among each other just like the Indian tribes did when the Europeans were invading what is now the United States of America. They spent all their time fighting among themselves while we conquered their territory, which is exactly what La Raza and Mappa and Aztlan and the Brown Berets are going to do. You're one of the few groups that does not have this problem. I see it all over the country. FAIR is another good one. Numbers USA is another good one. CAPS out of California is another good one. Mike Cutler, I heard him on Helen's radio program this morning. Excellent consultant on this issue. And these people are so successful because they don't meddle in this kind of stuff. They avoid those people. In my case, starting for the grassroots, trusting people who I really thought they believed it was all about God, country, the American way. I didn't know. To them it was all about, in the case of Gain and Co., it was all about knocking out the Minutemen project because we got too popular and we were depriving Gain and Co. of access to 100% of the donor base. FAIR and Numbers USA never did this to me. And we're in still competition with them. Well, they know it. The Center for Immigration Studies is another excellent organization. They do not do that. So please, be careful. You're a small organization. You are in someone's crosshair. Some sociopath is going to try to get in here and get access to your money, your donor list. Keep your computer tied down. Don't let anyone have your mailing list, because you will be sorry. And with that, I'd like to tell you I'm sorry I can't give you a check for $10,000 or $30,000, but I'm working on maybe next year. Because all the lawsuits are gone, and we've won every one of them. A jury of 12 people found the 3 people that I did prosecute. One I had arrested. He was put in jail for 6 months. The other 2 were found guilty of U.S. postal fraud, federal bank fraud, federal bank theft, and violations of federal internet laws. So we did get them convicted, but it almost stopped my participation 100%. It got to the point where I was just ready to give up and walk away. So that's why you haven't heard so much from the Minuteman Project in the last 4 years, because we've been so busy with that stuff. And I want to congratulate you, Terry. You've done a great job. You've put together a real powerful group. I brag about you out in California. I post in the Projo blogs every time you're in there. Support you and carry on.